So hi, welcome back to the channel. We've been kind of slacking a little bit by putting videos up for the last couple of weeks. I've been down in Washington. We wanted to give you an update of what's been going on for this year, what's going to transpire this next year. I'm really excited about it, and we'll go from there. So as you know, I had both my parents pass this last year. So I spent quite a bit of time traveling back and forth from Alaska. Not as much time up there as I would have liked to get some of the projects done and get some more videos up on Off-Grid Alaska and some of the things that we do, building the retreat and all that. We sat down together.
Well, even before that, even before we lost your mom and dad, I mean, you were spending time up there because you had acquired your residency.
Yes.
And everybody knows that we had our additional piece of property that we're doing the Peacemaker retreat on for law enforcement and for veterans. And then one of our last big reveal was that we had bought that second piece of property and what our plans with it were. And since then, on that piece of property, we have had to do a lot. We had to have the well fixed.
Yeah, the well had to get fixed, and I did a kind of a corny video on fixing the well pump.
Yeah.
And then another one on replacing the hot water heater because that one had been rusted out and didn't work. And so I did the best I could with myself, holding the camera myself and all that. And then
Rod, friend of yours from church, came in. The cabins, even though they're all up, there was a lot of work that needed to be done with them. The previous
tenants or owners?
Well, yeah, owners. It was an owner contract, and the owners had to go in and take it away. And the people that were in there, they had done quite a bit of damage. We've had to replace doors.
Yeah, all three of the doors on the bunkhouses.
Windows
had to be replaced. Two of the bunkhouses we had to replace. Front windows on because they were broken as far as cracks in them, no seals and no locks. We're having to replace all the flooring in them because they'd got wet inside, and the old laminate flooring they had down had started buckling. So that currently through the winter is all under the works. The first cabin is pretty much completely done, other than I need to put the baseboard molding around on it, and then it'll be done and I can move the bunks in there. We have
fans and lights on the inside of them.
We've also upgraded to ceiling fans and lights in them, so there's air circulation.
And the fans in the bathhouse, the bathroom, ventilation fans we've replaced.
They've been replaced, and we also have a cookhouse that's on the property now. It's 24 feet wide by 20 feet deep with an additional 4 foot on the front for a porch. The goal is to have 2 cooking stoves in there, gas cooking stoves in there, one really large sink or 2 regular sinks, and then a couple of refrigerators and a couple of well, we're gonna hand dishwash most likely, but
dishwasher.
That's me.
Oh.
And a couple of 1 or 2 chest freezers big enough for all that. That way people that come up and stay in the cabins have the ability to cook their own meals.
Yeah.
Have a place to sit down and socialize. We'll have internet there so they can watch a TV or a movie. They got the bathhouse so they can shower and use the facilities.
And as we go and we have people come in and start renting, and I mean, there's going to be quirks that we're going to come across and things that we might change and do a little different. You know, I was thinking last night, maybe little counter space with a small refrigerator in each one of them so that people have, you know, that comfort in there. But to cook meals, they would have to go to the cookhouse. But that's just things that we're thinking about.
So the other property, with that, the bunkhouse will be done this spring, because as of right now, we have a GoFundMe page up. We're trying to raise $4,000. There's two disabled Marine U.S. Marine veterans that have been trying to come up for the last couple years, and due to family and other issues, they have not been able to do it. So we put together the GoFundMe site, and are hoping to be able to at least cover their airfare and their fishing license stuff to get them up there. They're both excited. As of today's date, which is the end of the first, or midway through the second week of December, we're up to $1,400 out of the $4,000 needed. So that information is on the Peacemakers Facebook page, which that link is down in the description.
Well, and with that being said, I want to put a huge thank you out to my mom. She donated $900 towards that fund, and then $900 to go towards the Peacemaker property itself that we'll utilize to finish the bunkhouses.
Yep.
Lois and Mike, as always, those two are absolutely wonderful, and have donated. They donate all the time. It's just we're so grateful for everybody.
Yep. And brother-in-law David, he put in a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
And then a good friend of mine who's a local law enforcement officer, his mother donated some.
Yeah.
So special thanks to all of them for that. Like I said, we got a little ways to go on that, and the link is attached to the Facebook page, which is in the description below. So with that said, go ahead.
Well, and I also want to say thank you to Rod, because
Oh,
he's
yes.
the one that's been doing all the work on the cabins and the bathhouse. Huge thank you. Us not there, he's went and picked up supplies for us. He's done the work, and we're so very grateful. And Ed
Ed
and
is our
his
contractor.
team.
Yep.
They're the ones that have done the cookhouse, and it looks amazing. They had that up in, gosh, nothing
I
flat.
think they finally dried it in when it was 0 degrees outside. So they're out there working in sub-freezing temperatures, which is, it's normal for up there. It's kind of a dry cold at that point.
Yeah, him and his wife are in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, so they're thawing
soaking
out.
up the sun.
But anyway, so that's kind of the goal. I'm going to be back up in Alaska on January 17th. Got a bunch of projects to get done. I'm gonna go out and try and get me a lynx or two. So I'll try and get some video of that. But this last year, we did a few projects. You got to see my moose hunt. You got to see how excited I got on some of them, even though I didn't get anything. We got to see lots of animals.
Climb up on the
Connex
because the bull was
it was kind of chasing me
after him.
So it's there. Hopefully this next year we can get a little bit more content and a little bit better quality. I'm getting better at it with the Starlink set up now. It's easier for me to download videos. It's easier to get some of the different programs I need for that. That the big thing is we're separated quite a bit, so
That's really hard.
So that's going to lead us into our big reveal.
So we are leaving Washington.
I'm already gone.
Yeah. We are going to put this house on the market in May. And Aria is done with school in middle of June, and at the latest by July 1st we will no longer be residents of Washington State, and we will be full Alaskans.
Yep, so they're excited up there. We found a nice beautiful school for Aria.
Yeah. Cook Inlet Academy.
Yeah.
Wonderful Christian school. I toured it this last summer, met the principal. She's absolutely wonderful. The school has so many things to offer, and Aria is really excited. She's always wanted to play the piano. They have a music program there. She's now not only the piano, she wants to do the violin. They have a huge gymnasium, hot lunches, science lab. They don't have to wear uniforms, which that made her excited because she gets to go school clothes shopping, but they still does have to be modestly dressed.
Yep.
There's a volleyball team and a soccer team with the school. We have to find out the ages of it, but if it's not something that's at the school, then the school, through the school and other local schools, it's my understanding that some of the kids go out and join those teams. They have the Awana program that Aria loves. That's all through different churches do it. Every Wednesday the kids meet from 6 to 8 and they learn about the Bible and God's Word and fellowship, and she absolutely loves it. So she's excited that they have that there. So, is it bittersweet? It is bittersweet. She's never known anything but the school here, so she's been there since she was 3.5, so she has friends, but
she's looking forward to the experience,
is.
and she's looking forward to the potential to expand beyond what she knows, and I think she's being very open-minded about it, and that was a big hurdle for us that way. But
that was huge.
When we ask her, well, actually for the last year she's been asking me to move. She's wanted to move to Alaska, and because she loves it up there, so that was part of the decision process. That and being away from each other so much has been difficult too. So
for me, I needed her to have a good school there, so that was huge, and I needed her to be okay with it, and she is. I mean, she's okay, and we're tired of being separated all the time.
Yep.
With Papa going away and us being stuck down here. So, and it's beautiful up there.
So this year, I'm really excited about this year. I'll have to make 2 more trips to Washington over the next 6 months. One to drive the truck and trailer and them up.
Truck and camper
And them up there, and then they'll fly back to finish up the school, and then when they're ready to go up full-time after school, then they will fly up, because Lily, our dog, will be with me up there. They'll fly up, take care of Lily. I'll fly down and drive our second vehicle up.
With our last minute stuff, because Aria and I will still be here. We can't pack up the whole house, so we're going to have some things. Most of the furniture will be just selling or giving away. We purchased another Connex, so we've been slowly filling that up so that it's not last minute.
So it's over half full right now, packed to the ceiling and packed solid. So we bought totes and got them all stacked in there, organized and all that. So now it's just a few last minute things that need to go on there, and then we'll put some larger items up towards the front.
There's a few pieces of furniture that
they're heirlooms.
that we don't want to get rid of.
So we'll do that, but that's kind of the goal. That's the reveal. We wanted to let all of you all know. We thank you for the support and for the viewing, and I always encourage comments, because I just like talking to people, and so that's good to reach out and let me know what you think, and if there's anything specific you want us to think. I did do a short a couple weeks ago on the survival pack I bought at Temu. I am going to buy or make a video on that. I've been kind of waiting because I wanted to do an actual test of it up in Alaska in the winter. But I think what I'll do is I'll do a video of going through all the stuff and what I think. But for the price that I paid, I think it was well worth it to have those items.
Well, because you got 2 packs.
Yeah, well, got one for free because you do that little spinning wheel on Temu and you get X amount of things free. So
Yeah.
I picked 2 and I got one of them free. So for $35, I got 2 of them, 250 items each. But I'll go over that in the video. But I think it's a great little pack. It's only about yay big, to keep in your car or to keep in your tent if you're out camping, because it's got some basic stuff in
It
it.
has a lot in it.
There's some basic stuff. There's some other things you need to add to it, and we'll go over that. But if you're looking at a Christmas present real quick, last minute Christmas present for a guy or a gal that likes to go out in the woods or is concerned about breaking down, driving out someplace, that's a quick, easy, inexpensive item that you can get and throw in a car. So, and it's fun to play with that stuff.
And one of the things that we've also already done with being up there and moving up there is we have had the wonderful ability to meet our neighbor just right up here that was building a house, Ron. And he's a contractor, nice guy, great. He made us plans for a smaller house that we want to build on the 120 acres, but he's been working with us to build our forever home once this one sells on this second piece of property on the back side of it. So we have those plans. And right now, go ahead.
That will be, hopefully everything works out, that'll be one of the a series video that comes this summer as start to finish on building our forever home up there. I will always go back to the cabin and stay there a couple of times.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, I mean, there's no feeling like it other than being there where it's peace and quiet. I mean, you can't hear anything.
The log cabin. I love the log cabin that we have.
Especially in the winter. When there's lots of snow, it's nice to stay there.
Take the snowmobiles, snow machines.
Yep. And do that. So
yeah.
I think with that said, hang tough with us. And starting in late January, I'll start getting more videos on a more regular basis, or at least Alaska videos, because I'll be up there.
Last part of January.
Yeah, last part of January. We'll try and get a few more this year, and before I leave, I need the Team of Survival one, and who knows what else I can put together, but we'll do that. So with that said, God bless.
And hugs.
And we'll see you on the next one.